Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm here to bring you all the weekly manga chapter review of Assassination Classroom, chapter 149. I'm glad we didn't get a god-awful cliffhanger this week, because it could have easily have ended on a horrible cliffhanger. I'm so glad this arc got finished. We finally got the conclusion of where this series is going to go. So, let's be honest here. Assassination Classroom, the title, no longer fits with this series. It should be called Saving Private Koro-sensei. I mean, that's what it should be called, because it's no longer about assassins, like, assassination, trying to kill Koro-sensei. Because after this chapter, it concretes what the end game of the series is going to be about. It's about saving Koro-sensei. So, now that we got our path, it's about saving Koro-sensei, can our team, E-Class, or N-Class, accomplish the undone? Like, can they do something that nobody else can? The scientists cannot come up with something that even Koro-sensei himself, one of the most intelligent people, can't even do himself. Can E-Class overcome this barrier? That is the big question. And also, the biggest question is how do you, fellow manga readers, feel about this chapter? Because this type of chapter is going to divide the fan base of Assassination Classroom. It definitely will, because just how E-Class was divided on either saving or killing Koro-sensei, this is the type of chapter that will divide the fan base on either A, wanting Koro-sensei to die at the end of the series, or B, wanting Koro-sensei to live on after the series. And these are that type of chapter. Very controversial chapter, because not many people know what they really want to see. And personally, to me, I'm fine with either way. But the series, the majority of the series, about 90-something% of this series has been about killing Koro-sensei. And changing the goal like this can feel a little bit bad for some, depending if you wanted that type of goal. Well, I wonder if Koro-sensei in the very end might still die. Now, I would respect this series a lot more, Assassination Classroom so much more, if Koro-sensei ends up still dying, but not in the way of assassination, but Koro-sensei kind of having to go off into space and die. That right there would be a very sad and tragic way for Koro-sensei to end his life, but it would definitely be something that I would admire about this writer if he did go down that path. It would be definitely something I would like. But regardless of that, the chapter concludes the fight between Karma versus Nagisa. And personally, I was on Nagisa's side. I was a big fan of Nagisa because I wanted him to win, and I'm glad he overcame that. Both characters got to open up to each other and finally start calling each other by their full name, like, their first name, without adding a kun or san at the end of their name. So now they're calling each other like Karma or Nagisa without adding the extra honorifics at the end of their name. So it was a good arc. The arc served its purpose. It was short, sweet, and great, straight to the point, and I don't feel like it was dragged out that much. Yes, there was some god-awful cliffhangers in this arc, but it didn't feel like it was dragged out, so this arc was pretty well made. I think it got to the point rather quickly. I'm curious to see, though, where Assassination Classroom is going to go now, because, like I said, the endgame now has been decided, and is it going to stay that way? Because according to what, Kurasuma said, is that they have 1 month to try to figure out if they're going to save Koro-sensei or not. Like, if they can't figure nothing out, they got to start focusing on assassination. Will they run out of time? Will they decide to say, fuck you, Kurasuma, and, still try to save him in that time frame? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and how do you feel about this chapter of Assassination Classroom? Please be safe. Chibi out.